Soul Garden.
Hello my archers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes weekly update from my webcam to yours. I'm Christopher Witecki, your host, I'd like to think, to the universe. A couple of quick announcements. For one, for those of you not in GA but want extra coaching in the Saturn test in a couple of days, it starts in a couple of days, I've got a package for you. Either email or with text, I'll coach you to the success over 30 days. And this is for those who are not in GA. If you're in GA, I'm going to coach you anyways. That's what I do every day if you're in GA. And if you need help stepping into your heart, we've got Nikki Bright. It's 90 minutes, very affordable, and on Thursday night. And I will be in that class. If you want to take a class with me, come on down. But there's also a Sunday class as well. So Nikki Bright and also real-time healing and coaching, both available at soulmart.me. Well, for the archers, well, for everyone, it's been a bit of chaos. So much going on since the summer, and it's not going to stop. You're going to see this week is just as busy. These horoscopes are deep and long, but I'm trying to help you get through it. There'll be a day when I can coach to the horoscopes. It's not now. We start off with the sun in Virgo, which is the IB state of awareness, your heart chakra, if you don't know. Leo and Virgo rule the heart chakra, and so, well, they emanate from the heart chakra. This is where our heart is what creates what reality is. Now, for Sagittarius reality is most real with your career and your direction, what you do with all this wisdom you have. So in the last 30 days, we've been working on how you make decisions, which is very important. What criteria go in decisions? Is it just money? Is it happiness? So that's super important to legacy. And then career decisions and where you're going and growing and what you do with career. And then legacy, what will you be known for? That's the tip of the iceberg. So we're working on really the legacy, putting the final touches on the high-minded, master shui, passionate part of where you're headed, the part where there is uncertainty, the part where you are in a dynamic, real-time relationship with reality, manifesting as you grow, right? So pretty powerful stuff. I hope everyone followed that. Someone's telling me I was too complicated. I'm doing my best to keep it simple, but also keep it deep enough to help everybody, you know? All right, so on Monday, it's cloudy with a chance of some social sensitivity. Maybe you could call it paranoia. The moon is in Libra, which is next month's topic, so emotions are focused on your reputation. So you are feeling what others think on Monday. Doesn't mean that you should respond to it, though. The planets have their own little things going on. There is still that Bermuda Triangle floating above us, so to speak. And this is a fear triangle, and I'll go through what it is, but lots of fears about can you pay for it, lots of fears about are you heading towards what your heart really wants. That starts on Monday, so I want you to know that's normal that you're feeling that. Neptune ruling the day means that your intuition is ruling the day, so this is the day, Monday, to ask your guides or your higher self or your meditation or your prayer, or go run some algorithms if you're a scientist, and figure out, am I headed on the right career path? Because that's actually what everything's about in the next few days, is that career direction, putting it in the right context and heading that way. Now, Mercury, your mind, and the moon right now are all focused on your reputation. So although you're making career decisions, you've got your feelers out to reputation on Monday. On Tuesday, things sharpen up. It's sunny and focused. Saturn rules the day. When Saturn rules the day, it is time to take control of our life. In this case, it is through a commitment that you feel good about, that you feel balanced about, and how you feel. It's Master Shui. We're in the last legacy part. How you feel is much more important than how you think in these last few days. Now, looking at the planets, this Bermuda Triangle does come to a head, mostly because on Tuesday, Pluto goes direct. That's right. After 6 months of retrograde, Pluto is now direct. For 6 months, Sagittarius has had to be introverted about their soul capital, their self-confidence, and their ability to make money. The good news is that is changing now. As of Tuesday, you will begin to make money, new lessons, new debt, new direction in finance. So this, I think, is helpful to breaking that soul pyramid, or breaking that Bermuda Triangle, excuse me, all my goofy names. Uranus, though, is a part of the fear that has to be reckoned with, which is your inner child. You're not going to make this career if you're not going to be happy and your inner child isn't enjoying it. So in some cases, you've got to manage your inner child to keep he or her patient as you move forward with all those plans. And then, of course, Mercury, which is, all right, where do I belong in society? Knowing what my heart wants, knowing what I deserve financially, where do I belong in society? And that, of course, I'm sure has a lot to do with career. And let's talk about career and let's talk about society. But So as this is all happening on Tuesday, one other thing is happening, which is even more important: the moon. The moon will cross over Saturn. And the reason why this is important is because, remember, we're going to wrap up Saturn in Libra. So this is the first time your feelings will get behind the commitment I was calling for in the last 2 weeks to where you belong in society. That's the big question. Where do I belong? Who are my friends? Who are my peeps? Where are my customers? Where is my territory? And you deciding. Once the moon hits Saturn, it's really, if your emotions aren't behind your direction, it's going to hurt. If your emotions are behind your direction, you're going to feel passionate and go catapulted forward. This is why I kept saying for the last 2 weeks, we've really got to be clear on where we're going. The planets aren't wasting any time, and they're pushing us down this path. So this is Tuesday. You are committing, you are squatting on your career direction, you are feeling where you want to go in society, all this on Tuesday, and that's only the first 2 days. Then on Wednesday, we want to act. Mars rules the day. Now this could cause some anxiety for you, mostly because the moon has shifted well into Scorpio, so your emotions now shift to tests of inner faith. So you're feeling tested on inner faith. And I just want to say, you would feel that regardless of Mars. But putting Mars in the equation means that you're going to have an amp. Emotions are going to be amped up, like you want to take action. And that's what you want to do with career. So although you don't feel like taking action, you don't feel you have the faith, you really do need to take steps and take action toward your career. Turn in your resume, put out an ad out there on the job net, go update your LinkedIn, whatever it is, take action on Wednesday. It's important. And if you don't, I think that's what's causing the anxiety. What's also important on Wednesday is that the moon itself crosses Mars. Now what this means is you're going to have a rev up of, or a test of, or a flare up of having to have faith in yourself. Mars has been in Scorpio for a while now, helping you draw the lines inside between you and God universe so you can have the faith to do everything you want to do. Today, if you have not done that work, it will maybe be anxiety as the moon crosses Mars. If there may be anxiety before you act, but the moon crossing Mars means you can get amped up and take that action that you need to in your career. So this is definitely going to be, for Sagittarius, is back and forth all day until you actually get up and do something about it. On Thursday, things will get better. It's still a cloudy day, but you are strong. For one, we're squatting. What does I mean by that? Well, you want to squat on your career choice. So if you turn in your resume, if you made a move yesterday on your career, don't do anything today. Don't fix it till it's broke, okay? Trust me on this. Let universe catch up to what you have done. Give it a day to squat. And you don't really feel like doing anything anyways because the moon is in your subconscious. But one thing that is important is the moon will move into your ego, as you can see here at the top, by the end of the day. So if anything, if you can just make it to the end, you're going to feel a lot stronger, and you're going to thank me and yourself that you didn't call them back and ask them if you got the job. Then comes Friday, and Friday for you is pretty cool. Cloudy, but cool. We are being tested on Friday, so if you are trying to wait for news or you have some sort of a cliffhanger, you probably will not find out till Monday. That's because a lot of Friday is about holding space and being tested not to slip back. So you don't want to you don't want to call anyone's bluff. You don't want to make a move. You just want to keep passionately moving forward on Friday. Keep the passion forward for what you want your career to be. And the moon in your sign makes you charismatic and cool. The rest of the planet is going to have it so easy. There's also a little thing I want to point out, which is there's literally a tug of war on Friday at some point between your ego and feeling strong and relationships. So this could play out literally with career relationships tied into what you're doing right now, or this could be suddenly your boyfriend or girlfriend is causing issues, or you're concerned about it, or you didn't tell your boyfriend or girlfriend that you changed your career, so now you're suddenly realizing the consequences. But there is some energy there. Where does the faith come from? Your beliefs, this trine. Venus in Leo is pouring beliefs into your moon on this day. So what saves you from any tension on Friday is going to be believing in yourself, believing in what you believe in. Then comes Saturday, where the sun moves into Libra. And this is going to be the countdown, folks. This is where the GA real-time texting coaching will start. If you signed up for it, you'll start to get it on Saturday. We also have Carolyn Nagel's videos out on Saturday. And if you don't know your moon sign, just would text this keyword to that number, and we will look it up for you. That's how dedicated we are. That's totally free. We don't charge you for any of that. It's just us helping you. But on Saturday, we are in transition as we move into Libra, and this is a very important time for us. Yes, I love the confetti. Now, things feel weird on a 0 degree. It's always the no man's land between two states of awareness. Adding to the weirdness is a square during the day, so you're really being grappling maybe with fear between your strength and ego, and you heading towards a shift in how you perceive yourself in society, and that's what this is about. Now, we're moving up to the throat chakra. Libra energy is the giving and receiving energy. This is why Librans are peaceful and they're diplomats, because they know who needs to give, who needs to receive. This is the part of our soul that gives and receives on earth. Now, for Sagittariuses, that is their whole social life. Your whole social life, your whole place in life is giving and receiving, and that's what you'll be working on this month. There's actually 3 chapters to the part of your social life. The first is context, how you see yourself in the world. Are you the third born, the smartest, the dumbest, the fattest, the skinniest? It doesn't have to be a superlative, but how we contextualize ourselves to the world is the very vanilla layer of our I belong consciousness. That's what you're working on. Where do you belong? And that's where you've been working on for 2 solid years, since the end of 2009. A lot of Sagittarius think it's money, a lot of Sagittarius think it's career. It's where you belong. The universe is reassigning you for the age of Aquarius, and you are finding your new place. Now, where you belong is where your heart feels at home. That's the secret that I always teach, and now it's out. So in this first 10 days, we're going to work on context, then your titleship and where you feel entitled, and then, of course, reputation, social construct, where you belong in the big kind of thing. Those of you heading for celebrity, heading for that sort of thing, well, you'll be heading there in a master shui way at the end of this transit. All right, so when we come back, Saturday. Woohoo! So on Saturday, we're in transition, and you are feeling the 0 degree. The 0 degree goes from career focus now to starting to feel this context consciousness. And it may start be a blend in that day where you're caught between the context of your context at work shifting into your context of society. All right, that's, I think, contextually clear. Woohoo, I love my sparkles. On Sunday, the lesson sort of clicks into gear, all right? We have no ruling planet. This is the purest day of what you love. And on Sunday, what you want to find out is, what do you love about your reputation now, your context now, your place now, your friends now? What do you love? And I think you're feeling rather fertile. The planets are showing some interesting signs on this day as well. First of all, the moon has crossed over Pluto in the last 24 hours. So this was a release of the old value system, the old self-esteem. So you might have a little haunting of the way things used to be. But we also get a yad by the end of the day, which is the universe or God pointing or giving the finger. Where? Well, for you to feel what you're worth. So Sunday, you want to feel what you're worth. How do you feel what you're worth? Well, that's the planets at the bottom. You take this new approach you have to relationships and partnership and marriage. You take your passionate belief in what is important anyways, your life purpose energy, and you channel your life purpose and your relationships into feeling valuable. In other words, you're not going to feel valuable because of your career. You're not going to feel valuable because of where you are in society. You're going to feel valuable because your relationships are going great and you believe in what you believe in. That's what the yacht is telling us. There's also a square that comes to a head between Mars and Venus on this day, and for you, this is the tug of war between your beliefs and that inner faith. So really having to shake the dirt between inner faith and beliefs. And what gives you the power? Well, your beliefs. They give you the power to do what? Draw the lines inside of you for that inner faith. So Sunday is a pretty powerful day as well. All right, my Sagittarians, that's all I have. Remember, we got so much for you at Soulmart to help you along the way. I will see you in 7 days more. Until then, live, love, be.